And the alarms go off that it is time for us to be off. This is another episode of Backpack Bushcraft. Ladies and gentlemen, I am your host, Bushy from Backpack Bushcraft. With me today, I have a gentleman of gentlemen, the king of the great north,
Yeah.
the lone woodsman.
Hey, everybody.
There you go. I wanted to give a very special thanks to the lone woodsman. He was able to uh, uh, get off a hill today. He told me he's been filming. He was able to come down off the mountain and greet us with his presence. So I would like to thank you very much for stopping by. We may have another special guest coming up shortly. We have also going to be having the Matt Cook. That is the Matt Cook from Matt Cook, Oregon. I don't know. We told him when to be in here, and he's not. So in typical Salmat fashion, it's going to be a surprise to us all. We're going to get through this. I'm going to go ahead and tell you what's going on today. Today, as you all can tell, is the last day for cargo tape. Some people in this chat are very excited to see the end of it. Some people, they may want to see some more. So what I want you to do is, if you have any questions, any lingering questions about cargo tape, anything like how to carry it, what you can do with it, anything like that, make sure you start spamming the chat. I'm going to be checking chat periodically. I'm not the best, but again, I'm going to do the best I can. And LW, if you get a chance, you can help me out there too. And we are also going to do, of course, after that's done, we'll take general questions from the audience. And we'll just do, it's just a normal stream. Just a normal stream like we did last time. But before we do anything, I do want to take a serious moment. We have had some, I'll say some misfortunes, some bad luck playing the outdoor community, especially the ones that we're really deep into. And both of these individuals are on the mend. They're doing a lot better. But I did want to give them sort of just a few minutes if we can. Both Tony Robinson and Biker Bushcraft, they have been to the hospital recently. And this is my month recap, guys. This is why I do it at the end of the month. It's a recap. And these both went down during this month. So if we could, just for a minute, maybe two if you got that. Just spam in there, best wishes, good vibes, whatever. Spam that chat thing for them. I know they're probably watching. Just spam it as hard as you can. Let them know how much we really appreciate them, and I really do. I met Tony early this year is when I first got introduced to Tony, and he has just been he is one of the most craftiest he's one of the most craftiest bushcrafters, which is in a level of itself. And Biker Bushcraft is he's I think he's made of steel. I honestly do believe he is just entirely made out of steel. And I've said my bit. LW, if you don't care, if you'd like to say a few words, I'd really appreciate it, man.
I think you said pretty much said it all. I mean, I'd just like to put out there, that I'm wishing for both of them to have a speedy recovery as well, and look forward to them both getting back on the mend.
And we really are. We really are. At least we both are very grateful for having them in the community. They bring a lot of different opinions. I don't know anybody else who does bushcraft with a motorcycle. So there's Biker.
And no, I think he's the only one I've ever come across.
Yeah, I've heard of other people doing it. There was actually a YouTuber that I confused him with early on, but I don't know how now. It's just one of those things. And Tony, like I said, Tony is one of the most craftiest little people I've ever met. Just he's so crafty. I don't know how he does it. I really don't. All right, I got all the good vibes out there. Let's see if we hit chat. Get well, Tony. Biker, Tony's awesome. Get well, awesome. Good to hear. Okay, guys. Well, since we've done all the pleasantries, let's get into this. Lone Woodsman, my good buddy, what do you think of cargo tape?
I think it has its place. I think it has its purpose. For some, They like taking it in their packs, you know, for hiking, camping, bushcraft, all that sort of thing. I am not one of those people. I will take my sewing awls and my thread, my artificial sinew, my cordage. I carried cargo tape for years in my pack. I never used it, not one time. So I figure, why carry it if I'm not going to use it?
That's a perfect point. That's exactly what I'd expect from you. However, I'm on the other end. I'm pretty much sold out to Gorilla Tape, honestly. I've always taken cargo tape. Number one, it's one of the 10 C's, and that is clearly what my pack is being built around right now. And I have never felt a situation in which cargo tape could not be better from throwing up together a lashing quicker, from helping me start my fire, from helping me make any kind of repair, whether it be on clothes, me, or a tarp, because I don't camp with a wool tarp, or a cloth tarp. I camp with a I guess I don't know if it's plastic or
poly tarp.
Yeah, exactly. And that's just how I've always been. And I just always find the stuff just simple, easy, lay it down and be done. So I'm going to try to take a few questions. And like I said, any questions out there? Matt, you're
there he is.
Jump in, Matt. We're doing your job for you now. But that's basically my defense of why I still carry cargo tape. And yeah, that's about it. So you have so how long has your pack been without having any type of cargo tape in it?
I would say probably 6 years.
And honestly, you have never came into a situation where you go, you know what? I wish I'd had it just this one time. I'm just real quick. I wish I'd had this just one time.
No. I'm sorry. But no. I mean, in my early days when I carried cargo tape, I used for my camping, bushcrafting, whatever it is you want to call it. I went with the poly tarp as well. And I carried it for basically that reason, in case I ever tore my tarp or anything like that. I never did. I never used it. The only thing that I did use it for one time was I got a cut and I didn't have my first aid kit with me. So I wrapped a bandana around my finger. Well, I cut some of the bandana off, so it wasn't a huge bandana. Wrapped it around my finger, then split the tape into like sections of 4. You take the width of the tape and you section it off into 4 pieces. And I just wrapped that around my finger. That's the only time I can recall that I ever used it in the woods.
Okay, well, we got some people in here. We have Hike Camp, guilty. I carry duct tape. I wouldn't say it's a guilty, and I don't think LW will say you're guilty of it either. It's honestly just basically a preference. That's what we've talked about.
Oh, absolutely.
Again, my very first camp I ever did, I had a very bad tent. It was a horrible tent. I'm actually not a tent camper because of this horrible experience. But without cargo tape, I say duct tape and cargo tape, they are interchangeable, but I like to stick with the cargo tape. I couldn't have lasted that night as long as I did. And it actually was to the point where I remember I had to sew up my pants because I got ripped going to my location. And I had a rip that just about that long, okay? And the only way I could sew it up was I had a little bit of fishing line because I was going to go fishing. And I had a fishing hook. And I sewed it up. And the entire time, I was sitting there going, why didn't I just use duct tape? It would have just been that much easier just to rip off a big piece of duct tape, lay it down, and I would have been done. Instead, I had to sit down, and then it felt like to me I was wasting too much time sewing. And that was just one of the problems I have always had with using duct tape or anything like that. Matt's in the chat or the group. Matt, are you actually there, or are you just here in spirit? Can't tell. Okay, we got a Biker Bushcraft message. Still kicking. Not too hard, not too high. could honestly bring me to a complete halt. He left a comment on one of my videos. It was actually the last cargo tape video, the one where I rebuilt the axe. And he said, that's some powerful stuff, Bushy. I want to show that to my surgeon. Just tell him to use it. And I was in the middle of my lunch break looking at these comments, and I literally almost shot water across the cafeteria. And oh my God, Fucker, you killing me, man. You killing me. Okay, so let's continue on with cargo tape. LW, if I had to put, if you had to carry cargo tape, what style would you carry? This is just typical regular cargo tape. I have some of this clear, it's sort of like advanced packing tape. And then I also just have glue. What would you take?
Right here.
Right there? Is that the brand as well? Or is that
let me see. Let me get it flipped around here. T-Rex.
T-Rex?
Now, I've used the Gorilla. I'm not saying T-Rex is better than the Gorilla. I'm not saying Gorilla is better than the T-Rex. This is just what I've been using right now. And I'll tell you, this stuff is crazy tough and unbelievably sticky. If you watched my video on the duct tape tinder bundle, this is the stuff I lit on fire for you.
Okay, well, I wanted to bring that around. How many weeks was that? 3 weeks ago, or was it right after?
I don't even remember how long ago it's been now.
Yeah,
time flies.
Yeah, and he actually successfully got it to go, and he tried his best to coach me through it, and I just never could. I even went to as far as just taking this, and I literally was taking this knife, and I was just splicing it as thin as I could, and I still never could get that thing to line up with the ferro rod. But I'm always
the best way to do it, Bushy, is to just let me find my end here. Now, I just cut my fingernail, so I probably ain't even going to be able to tear this stuff.
I cut my fingernail too for the stream. Is that weird? I don't know why we did that.
Well, I was out playing in the dirt all day, man. It was black underneath them puppies. But all right, so you take your tape and you pinch just the very, very tiniest edge of it. And yeah, I'm not going to be able to tear it because I have no fingernails, but you pinch just the very tiniest edge and you peel that back, and you just keep doing that, and you put it all into a bundle. Don't smash it all together, though.
Yeah.
If you smash it all together like a baseball or a softball, you're kind of defeating the purpose. You got to have that surface area for the sparks to land and catch on.
Right. Okay. Well, like I said, I knew it could be done. I knew I was doing it wrong, and they usually anything I do messes up because I just don't do it right. But I'm going to try to get it in the future. I wanted to try it for the stream, and I was testing it yesterday, but I still couldn't do it. So I'm not going to go through with it right now.
Yeah, you just keep practicing it, Bushy. You'll get it.
Yeah, I mean that's really any skill that you take into the bush. It's all about practice.
Yep.
And, just how much are you committed to learning that new skill? Like, how bad do you want it? Because there's like one of my favorite skills I have right now, and Tony Robinson, he actually did it on a video. If it wasn't today, it was the other day. He was lighting a candle with char cloth and flint and steel, basically.
Yeah.
Basically lit it from a spark, and I did that back in December, and that skill, I don't know why, but it is just such an enjoyment to me to just be able to light your candle using nothing but literally just some char cloth and a spark. It's truly impressive, in my opinion. I wanted to get to some comments real quick, and I think we're probably about ready to pack up on cargo tape because I'm not seeing a lot of questions. Matt was here. Matt's not here.
Anybody out there with any questions on cargo tape?
Honestly, any questions? We got the chat pulled up right now, so if you're watching the stream, you can see the chat. Let's see here. The guys people, thanks for stopping by, man. Let's see here. We got Hot Caps, thanks for stopping by. Bike Speed, thanks for stopping by. Bikers, thanks for stopping by. Yankee, I could go either way if you stopped by or not, Bubby. I love you, man. I think I saw Adventure Rich up there earlier. Thanks for stopping by. Sticky Subject. That was Carolina Chris's joke, Biker. I'm going to have to ask you not to steal other people's material, man. Come on. Surely both of you can't have that bad a joke. Okay. Well, I'm not seeing a lot of other questions. LW's giving me the stink eye because he really is sick of my cargo tape conversation. So what I got, and this is the last thing I want to do. Oh, I have, at least in comments, I don't know how much comments can be trusted. Bob from Bob's Woodland Adventures recently did a meet and greet with Yankees Outdoor Adventure. Definitely check out the Outdoor Adventure playlist if you haven't, or his meet and greet playlist if you haven't. Bob said he carries it, and Bushcraft bums, that's what they call themselves. It's not what my opinion of them. They said they also carry cargo tape, so I like that. Hear that. My final words with it will probably be that I think cargo tape is something you start with, and you may outgrow it, you may not. I don't think it's.
Well, I don't even know that it's something that you just start with and you outgrow. For me, my journey has been
something you start with though. That's the main point I'm trying to make. You definitely start carrying cargo tape in your kit just because you're like, well, try to figure out where you're at with it. You try to figure out if you can use it.
Yeah, my journey's been a pretty long one. I've been doing this type of thing for a good many years now. And the longer I'm into this, I don't know what you guys out there call it. I don't even really call it bushcrafting. I'm a woodsman.
Yeah.
But as long as I've been doing this, like my kit has evolved, I guess you could say. And like I said, the more I do it, I'm more traditional than anything. I like starting my fires with flint and steel. I carry a wool blanket in the wintertime. I wear wool clothes. You know, it's just the way I've come around to doing things. It's my preferred way.
And see, like I said, I think at some point you just start to find your niche of
exactly
style. You start to figure out how you like to do survival. For example, this was on a recent episode. Matt Cook is in the stream. I'm not going to acknowledge him because he was late. But my old Nick, if you saw the Adventures with Old Nick, Trails with Old Nick, he recently did do a video, or he was in the video with me. And he was talking about how he uses cotton balls, and he uses cotton balls. Had to block back because he's trying to pop into my stream somehow. But he was talking about how you used cotton balls and hand sanitizer to a lot of fire with, and he thought that was a sort of not a bushcrafty thing. He said it was more of a survivalist thing, and just a very small differentiation like that. But yeah, no, I get it. The reason I say I think everybody sort of starts with cargo tape, at least in my opinion, if you're doing it the way I'm doing it, if you're starting with the 10 C's of survivability, you're going to take every piece of gear that basically they recommend. You're going to take the 10 C's. But I think very fast you'll decide whether or not cargo tape is for you. And there's no shame in carrying cargo tape. It's
absolutely not.
I would say it's a training wheel, but it's really not. It's just who you are. It's just something that you just either like or you don't like. I respect LW to death. I really do, but he doesn't carry cargo tape, and that's fine. I can still watch his stuff, and I can still see how he might do something. I can see and go, I can use cargo tape for that, and just make it better, just make a video out of it. But there you go. That's probably the final words. Before I go, Carolina Chris, real quick, Carolina Chris, I don't think he's out there yet. Matt, you need to be monitoring the chat, though.
It's being monitored right now. We're on the case. Chat's looking good. There's nothing bad's going on, so all is well.
All right, good. Keep me posted, Matt.
Right on.
But Carolina Chris, he always gives me the greatest ideas for stream. He asked, could we, and I'll show you what they use just this wood glue from Gorilla. He said, could I put it on just a piece of wood, just a little sliver of wood, and light it for later use? Now, I think he wanted to literally just have a piece of hardened, glue and break that off and use that as a fire starter. Now, here's the thing. This stuff it's soft. I could probably kind of rip it off. I could probably cut it off, but I don't think it's going to really light up that way. So I literally just dipped it onto a toothpick. I don't have I do. I have this is safe, just toothpick like this. I put a dab on the end, and it turned into this after about maybe, I don't know, 5-10 minutes, something like that, maybe 20 minutes. And I just want to see if this will make it sort of like an extend flame. And looky there. again, this is kind of why I like using this stuff, guys. It is a very good flame extender. It's gonna last a while, and it's that's the name of the game. How well can you get that fire started, and how long is it gonna take you to get that fire started? Do you have enough time to waste your energy? Do you have enough time to waste your materials? Do you have time to have a failed attempt or whatever? If you don't, cargo tape pieces like this, gonna be your best. There you go.
So for the tape thing, I brought a bunch of tape so we could talk about tape. I got the cool tape. I got the Scotch Brite tape. Put pictures on the wall and stuff. And then I got this tape, the packaging tape.
Okay, LW.
So that's what I brought.
Who's better prepared, me or Matt Cook Oregon?
As far as what?
Whose tape will get them the farthest?
Sorry, Matt.
That's all right. I kind of just pulled things out of my desk here.
I just got to be honest,
I was really hoping you would say Matt because that's what I wanted you to say. He's really prepared. He can send a letter and he can even wrap up the parcel. This is incredible. Okay, so Matt, do I got any questions from my chat, man?
Questions? Not really. I had a tape story actually. I was surprised I actually had a tape story I could throw in there if you don't mind. All right. Duct tape. I'm a fan. I always bring a little mini duct tape. It's like the half width duct tape because it's really small.
Like this,
Matt? Yeah. So I'm a fan of that because you can do a lot of stuff with that, right?
Yeah.
That can take place of anything,
Yep.
Your rope or whatever it is. Anything's broken. So what I use mine.
Shout out. Sorry, Matt. I want to give a shout out to Kurt Miller. He did do a duct tape rope, and I didn't get a chance to actually do that in my series. But definitely check that out. I want to try to link all this up. But Kurt Miller did a duct tape rope. But go ahead, Matt. I'm sorry to interrupt you.
That's all right. The story is pretty quick. It was when we were backpacking and we had our water pump and we're pumping out water. Then all of a sudden the pump just breaks, right? And so that was our main source of water. We also had one of those life straws, but it's nice to actually have a pump. And so we ended up duct taping the pump back together, and that actually worked temporarily. It made it 10 times harder to pump water, so you had to pump a ton longer. But it did work, so that was cool. So that was really fun use of duct tape.
Can you explain how it broke? There's a reason why bad.
It was just glue. Yeah, it was just glue that a piece fell off that was two pieces of plastic glued together.
Okay. Now
it was really vigorous use like this, I guess, and just the thing broke off. I actually had it on video, but it was before I did YouTube.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, here's why I asked. Now, LW, Lone Elizabeth, don't get mad. I'm just asking, so there's no hard feelings. How could you fix that not using duct tape? I'm putting you on the spot.
Super glue.
So you carry super glue. You carry it.
No. You didn't ask me if I carried it. You said, how would I fix it without duct tape? Super glue.
Okay. How would you fix it? How would you fix it using your kit that you have with you today?
I have no sound.
Oh, no.
There it is.
Suspense.
I thought he was about to kill me. Still young. But what do you think?
My audio cut out on me, Bushy.
Oh no.
It was basically, how would you fix the water pump out in the wild?
Out in the wild, I am going to use pine pitch glue. I will take tree sap and mix it with rabbit feces, and I will make glue.
Here's what I want to point out.
Is that a thing?
Really? It really is, Matt. It really is.
Right here, LW Lone Woodsman, he's for real. He is for real. Gonna take pine pitch. All right. Hey, bravo, sir. All right, Matt. Okay, if you are done with, oh, Caroline Chris is here. What's up, man? If you are done, Life with Trail, what's up? If you are done hearing about cargo tape and adhesives, and if you want me to shut up and move on, I need to see the chat. Say farewell.
Got spam in the chat here.
Goodbye, cargo tape. Rod, don't spam it just because you can.
I was just about to.
I know. That's what he's giving. Goodbye. Get out of here. I hate you all. Oh shoot. I don't have.
Biker asked a question I kind of didn't understand. How would your tape work for survival? That was Biker Bushcraft. Shout out Biker Bushcraft.
Yeah. So, who's tape? Mine or Matt?
He was asking Matt how Matt would use his tape for a survival situation.
Matt, break it down. We're looking for one use out of each thing you showed us. Just one use. Come on, Matt. We're gonna make a bushcraft.
Oh, the tape I brought today, like this stuff.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Well, I'd use this to put pictures up on the tree to entertain myself, keep my sanity, not go crazy, that kind of thing. There's that one. The clear tape. Well, is this double-sided? Yeah, this is double-sided. So you could do anything really, right?
Yeah.
I wish I had some duct tape in this kit here, but it's in the garage. Yeah, the double-sided. Do whatever with it.
Sometimes it scares me how much of a bushcrafter Matt is. He just knows how to put stuff together. He just knows how it works.
And everything here is clear, so I'm not going to look like a fool with a bunch of tape sticking out everywhere. It's clear tape.
So you're going to look like a fool. It's just nobody going to know. All right. Guys, can I see a farewell to cargo tape? I think I'm even done with it at this point. Let's see here. Do or do not? No, just no. LL. Okay.
A lot of no's. I think they're done.
Yeah.
Or I think they're not done.
They're done with the stream. That might be it. They're just done with the stream. If I had to toast Bushcraft alone, it would be toast. Okay. What we got? Imperial Mistress. All right. Let's see here.
The stream is brought to you by Hop Valley.
Hop Valley.
Go to Hop Valley, use the code youtube.com/MattCookOregon and get 10% off.
And if it actually works, let Matt know because he just totally made that up.
Please do.
Yeah, because he's gonna do it too now. I want to say it's over. LW, can I hear get rid of? Let's all say one farewell to cargo tape. Goodbye, cargo tape.
Goodbye, cargo tape.
Goodbye, cargo tape. Farewell. And with that, we're changing the jacket. Come on, give me some applause. You all know this is important. Oh, all right. New jacket. It even has that old musty jacket smell. All right, guys. Since we're officially done with cargo tape, that means we're moving on to our next topic for next week. We're not actually going to talk about it on this stream, but that's going to be cloth bandanas. So make sure you study up. Matt, I expect you to be paying a lot of attention this coming month.
I will actually bring a cloth bandana next time because I have that. So
there you go. All right. So I promised you guys I would just talk about cargo tape for a little while, and I do want to open it up to my wonderful guests, and I want to thank both of them for coming in today. So let's start with LW since he was actually on time. And LW, what do we have to look forward to? And he's gone. Wow. Okay. LW, what do we have to look forward to in the coming month from the channel? Can you give us maybe a sneak peek or anything like that? He may actually be frozen, guys.
yeah, I think he lost audio. He keeps cutting in and out.
Okay, well, let's see.
Beer Belly Travelers has a bandana, just so you know, so they could be on the next live stream.
There you go. Is he? My audio keeps cutting, y'all. Okay. Well, if he needs us to re-invite him, just let me know, man. I can send him another invite.
Like he's connecting back. He's entering some matrix codes and he's logging in.
Okay. Did you see Neo, sir? Every time I talk to him, you just can't say nothing. Hello, you there? Okay.
We'll keep things going with the chat. Let's give some shout outs.
Yeah, okay. We may have to work on that. So, Matt, tell me what you got coming up in the next this next month, and I'm going to check on chat for a little while.
Next month. Right now I'm working on the Yankees meet and greet. It's almost done. I'm going to give it to Yankee, then he's going to do his part, and then that'll be going. I don't know. What else? Live streaming? I'll be doing some live streaming.
Talk about the Reddit. I never know what you call it, man.
Okay. Yeah. So we made a subreddit for all of us YouTube outdoors people, and the subreddit's called YouTube Outdoors. You can go there and you can post a video, or you can comment on people's stuff, or you can post pictures or questions, whatever you want to post. It's Reddit. So it's Reddit/YouTube Outdoors, and it's going pretty well. Got like 30 users, something like that. And I like go on live stream and look at all the posts, so that's pretty fun. So we get like a live review kind of thing.
And you have a reward, right? The first person that hits.
Right. The first person that gets 100 points gets. That's right. Cash money. Just rolling it over here.
Have we ever specified how much cash money is that?
Just it's cash money.
That's all that we need to know.
I mean, you see there's a bunch here, so you get an idea of what it could be.
What it could be.
That's right.
I'll tell you right now. I guarantee you. I think we got LW coming back in. LW, you are on the chat. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear.
Oh, thank God. Okay. All right. So, LW, what I asked you before was, what can we expect to see on your channel in the upcoming months? Can you give us a sneak preview or anything like that, man?
I can no longer hear. Bushy, I'm going to have to just leave this because there's some kind of terrible connection between the two of us, it seems.
Weird. I can hear him. Can you hear me?
Matt, I can hear you clear as a bell.
Weird.
Okay. Matt, just talk for me if you don't care.
Okay. What's up, guys? This is BackPackBushCraft. I got a new jacket, as you can see. I went with the red color, so I thought you guys might like that for the next topic.
I meant ask LW what he can expect to see from his show in the upcoming months. But
yeah. Okay, Lone Wolf, I got a question for you, man. You ready?
Woodsman.
I'm ready.
Woodsman.
Okay. The question is, what's coming up on your channel?
What is coming up? My next video is a video I was tagged in by Bushcrafter channel. He wanted to know what I carry in my pack, so I was out shooting that today. So that'll be coming out here in a few days or so whenever I can get it edited. And then I got 2 smaller, quick little videos to follow after that.
Is that a challenge, the first one?
What was that, Matt?
Is it like a challenge, like a tag? What's in my pack?
Yeah. He shot a video and of the same style of the same thing, and he asked me to do the same video to show what I carried in my pack and stuff like that.
All right, sweet. Yeah, I've seen the 5 items one. That's pretty similar.
Yeah, kind of like that.
That's cool.
Yeah. Matt, because I know LW's not gonna be able to hear me. But I do want to go ahead and say that LW agreed earlier that he was going to do Gear Gab. So Matt,
yes, I heard that, Bushy. I did agree to do Gear Gab.
So we will be having our Gabby, our Gabby will be LW Lone Woodsman. So how this is going to work is going to be exactly like JJ's. You're going to come to my channel this Wednesday. You're going to my first Gear Gab. And then after that, you're going to need to head over to Lone Woodsman's channel and check out his response. And guys, definitely sub to both of these fantastic individuals here. Could not have done this stream without either of them. Might have been able to pull it off.
Real quick, we have Carolina Chris up in here. Shout out Carolina Chris, but he's saying he can't hear Bushy all that well.
Oh no!
I don't know if you can turn your volume up.
I can get closer to the mic. That's all I got.
There we go.
How's that? Is that
Thanks,
better?
Carolina Chris.
Is that better? Yeah, thank you, sir, for keeping us on. All right, so let's get some chat going in here. What other questions do you all want to hear? We have the chat pulled up so everybody can see the chat right now. And like I said, just give us an ad or sort of just and like I said, we want to answer your questions. Matt, if you don't care to moderate or however, I would appreciate it, man. Oh. There's anything else to go on about? So before we began this talk, me and LW were talking about how hard it is to be in a room for basically 15 minutes before the live stream went up. And we were dead silent. Now, a lot of people may not know this. I don't want to throw him under the bus or nothing, but this man is crazy. He is one of the coolest people to talk to. And to literally be in a room for like 15 minutes, not being able to say a word to him, because we wanted to save our conversations for the stream. Not being able to talk to him at all is criminal. It was very painful. I did want to say that before we moved on. Matt, we got anything coming out of the chat?
Are you talking about Lone Wisman right now?
Yes. He is a fantastic. He is a blast to talk to in a live. Look, I think he might be blushing. I don't know.
I'm not really. Bushy's full of it right now. I'm the most boring guy you'd ever want to meet.
He says that because he doesn't want the hype. That's all it is. He doesn't want the hype. He doesn't want you all calling him all hours of the day because I'd be scared. Matt, we got anything going on in chat?
Mike Speed is in the chat and looks like he's asking about what you can do with duct tape as far as like making underwear and stuff like that.
Man, that'd be uncomfortable.
Yeah. You may want to watch the cotton episode for that one.
Yeah, I think so.
Coming back next month and watching that one because I want to give a shout out to Mike Speed. He hosted a dart tournament between me and Matt Cook last night.
I thought we were going to talk about this. I thought that was behind us.
Oh, really? We weren't going to talk about it because he posted it, so we might as well talk about it. But whatever. But yeah, he does have footage of me and Matt Cook hanging out, which a lot of people don't believe happens. Yeah, it was a
dart game. It was a
long game. It was
long game.
Long for how it should have been.
Bullseye.
Yeah. Matt won. I'll go ahead and spoil it for you. He won. And like I said, it just took way too long. Let's see here. Try to. Like I said, guys, this is about it. Private question.
He's in the chat right now. We got some people lurking right now watching the stream. Who's in the chat? You want to shout out?
Yeah, come on. If you want to get a shout out, you gotta ask a question. Not a good question, just a question. What's up, Muskie? What's up, Dave?
We got Musky Hands. I don't know Musky Hands. I like the name.
Yeah. I think I know Muskie has Muskie. You may have to correct me if I'm wrong. He has a fishing. I don't know. It was like a fishing or like a weather review on Mondays. On one thing it is. You had to tell me if I'm wrong on that one, buddy. Like I said, I'm newly subbed to him myself. Yeah.
We got Adventure Wrench in here. Most famous Instagrammer on YouTube.
Famous Instagrammer on YouTube. There you go.
I don't know. I went to his Instagram. He had like 3,000 followers. It's crazy.
That is crazy. I got probably no Instagram followers.
I didn't know he was so famous. Dana Wrench. Check him out.
There you go. But yeah. Let's see here. Is anybody done with winter yet? Is it just me? Because I'm absolutely killed out with it.
No, I'm not ready for winter to end.
So why do you not like spring, or do you just really like winter?
Well, I hate spring. Everything's dead, everything's soaked, everything's gross. But the winter time is when I'm off work. So I get to go out into the woods all the time, spring, summer, and fall. More often than not, this guy here will be working 7 days a week.
Oh, it's awful.
Yeah, so I love winter, man.
Yeah, I bet. Woo! Yeah, see, for me right now, it's you say it was all like wet and dead. That's right now, man. We ain't got snowing forever. It's just nasty.
Yep.
And, yeah, it's been so hard just to be able to try to film videos or anything like that. And yeah, I'm ready for some warm weather to dry all this up.
Well, okay, so I love winter. What's stopping you from making like a cool winter video?
The fact that I have no winter, it's literally just mud and rain. You can't really make a snowman out of mud and rain, Matt.
Well, I'm up here in PA. I actually get a winter, with the snow and the cold and all of that. So it's nice.
Well, January I had a great winter. It was up till the 1st of February that decided to rain like it was April or whatever. So yeah, welcome to that world.
Oh yeah, that's all it's been doing here lately is just raining buckets. I mean, everything here is flooded.
We got some other people up in here. We got M in the gang. We got I guess that's the only new person, but M in the gang's up in here. So what's up?
You can find all of these fantastic individuals on the adventure group. Yankee, if you want to post some links or something about it, definitely go find it through Yankee, or you can find it any of us. We're looking for outdoor enthusiast people like that to join in. LW is there.
So if someone's watching right now, they might be like, "What's the adventure group? What is that? Is it like a group of people that goes hiking, or what's the deal?"
Well, I said for outdoor enthusiasts, but it's whatever.
But like, okay, so it's like just a group, like a band of people.
Yeah, it's like a Twitter group. Sorry, Matt. It's a Twitter group for people who have a Twitter account who would like to hang out and talk with people such as Matt Cook Oregon or Lone Woodsman or Lone Wolf. Depends on what kind of mood you're in when you call him his name.
I like Lone Wolf, but I like giving people weird nicknames.
Can we call it Lone Woodsman? Are you too far, Brady? Can we change it to Lone Wolf Woodsman?
I'm in too deep.
He's too deep. He's in too deep.
I'm in too deep.
Oh man. Yeah, we need to get some. See, that's what we should do. Instead of making YouTube videos, we should just come up with YouTube channel names and just sell that. We all put our YouTube careers.
Does anybody in the chat need a new channel name? Yes. You can change your name. It's possible.
Yep. Right now, we are selling Lone Wolf Woodsman for about $6,000. Split.
I'll sell Matt Cook Oregon for $50.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'll sell Lone Woodsman for $1,500.
$1,500. That's actually reasonable. That's a good deal.
No, I said 50, 50 or 100.
Yeah, you said
I'm cheap, man.
Right? You said 1,500, right?
Yeah, I'm cheap.
Mike Speed is in the chat. He says he needs a new channel name.
Mike Speed, ready for this? Ready for this? Carl Slow, what up?
Carl Sloan?
Slow.
Oh. Yeah. Okay.
Matt, you kill so many jokes.
All right. I got something. We're talking about the Twitter group, the adventure group. What if we had a hashtag for that whole kind of group? Like a hashtag you could join in on and use.
We do have a hashtag for that group. We have 2 hashtags.
Oh, we do? What is it?
Back and hashtag no power for Matt. Guys, Trinity, hashtag no power for Matt. There you go. What? You get so angry, Matt. Look at this Matt face. Look, no, make the face you were making. Come on. He was so mad. He was just so mad.
I'm talking a legit hashtag though, like YouTube outdoor or something like that.
Well, I think that would be a great thing for someone who has IT knowledge to do, and I couldn't think of a better person than Yankee at Yankee Outdoor Adventures. I don't know what you're all looking at, buddy. All right. We got Wood Pigeon up in here. Let's see. We got no power format outdoors. That would be pretty good. YouTube outdoors, good. YouTube adventure or outdoor adventure group, good. Let's go to the OAG, baby. Break it down real cheap. Low Woodsman, you got a hashtag for the group we could use? Any ideas?
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
He might not heard that.
He's gone quiet again. I think we've lost him again.
We have movement to possibly Russian hackers.
Yeah. Probably
Russian hackers. See, Matt, I can hear you.
Oh yeah, so he can hear me.
See, he had no problem until Matt got into the stream, and all of a sudden, no one can hear the host of the stream. I wonder what happened, Matt. I wonder.
Matt is the Russian hacker. That's what's going on.
There you go. There you go. Lone Woodsman Club. I like that. Here. M of the gang. Hashtag M of the gang. There you go. I like hashtag King Bushy. Anybody else? Hashtag King Bushy. I think that one would fly over real well. Actually, I would use that on my own thing, so don't use that. Hashtag King Bushy. Yeah.
Carolina Chris said Bushy has cargo tape on his mic. That's why we can't hear you.
No, I have no cargo tape on my mic. Let me check. No, I'm good. Here, let's see. I probably does that help at all? Does that help at all?
I'm actually hearing you pretty decent right now, Bushy.
That won't last.
It's like you're on a cell. It's like you're on a cell phone going in and out of reception.
Well, I am on a cell phone, so I wonder if that has anything to do with it. But this is basically what I filmed with last time. If this doesn't work, I can switch it to my monitor. I do have a backup plan. But we're literally we got about 15 minutes left in it, so let's do like I said, guys, if we have any questions at all, anything at all, whatever, like I said, that's what we're kind of wanting to do for this last little bit. If we have any questions for the group in here, just the gang in here right now, guys. If y'all have questions for each other, like I said, let's hit them up. We got a lot of dead air.
The questions don't have to be duct tape related. They can be really anything you want.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah, ask away.
Let's see here. Let's see. Lone Woodsman, I can't remember. Do you hunt or do you not hunt? I can't remember.
Yes, I do. I've been hunting since I was 12 years old. I hunt with a bow. I hunt with a rifle. But my favorite, I hunt small game with a shotgun. But my favorite way to hunt is with my French Fowler. It's a flintlock. It's a smooth bore, so I can use round ball in it, or I can use shot as well.
What's the season that you're going to be going into for hunting season?
The next one up is going to be spring, and that'll be for turkey. Toms only.
And then do you go to your do you still use the smooth bore for that?
I do. Yeah, and I get a lot of weird looks. You get these guys up here that are fanatical about turkey hunting, and they got all these fiber optic sights and stuff like that. And
all right, guys, we got some questions from the chat. All of a sudden, we got a ton of questions. We got a
shirt and a flintlock, and I get some weird looks.
Okay, Matt wants to.
Question: Biker Bushcraft says, "What is the meaning of life?" Backpack Bushcraft, take that first.
The meaning of life is to go out into your wilderness and learn from it. You go out there, you learn what it really truly means to be a person, a human, and become a guardian of what you have been given.
That's quite deep, man. I don't know if I can top that. I'm just going to move on to the next question. We got M in the gang asking, have you ever camped on the beach?
I have.
I have. Go ahead, Bushy.
No, I have not. I haven't.
I haven't camped right on the sand. I've camped at a campsite right on the beach, though.
LW, you camped on the beach. What was
I lived in Florida for a number of years. When I turned 18, graduated high school. I said, oh, I was one of those guys. Oh, enough with the hometown. I'm getting out of here. So I took off for Florida. I started off in Tampa, then went to Fort Lauderdale, and I finished my tour in Miami. And yeah, I camped on the beach a couple different times. But when I was down there, if JJ was in here, Jungle J, he could vouch for this. I spent most of my time out in the Everglades because it was just absolutely gorgeous out there.
My family used to go to Florida for I guess you would say summer, or like just whenever they went on vacation. They always went to Florida, but they never went to Orlando, Miami, Fort Lauderdale, anything like that. It was always Everglades every time. And those are some of my family's favorite stories to hear, like from my uncles and stuff. It's just fantastic stuff. Matt, we got another question?
We got some questions. I don't know if it was addressed, but Beer Belly Traveler said, Lone Wolf, do you turkey hunt?
Well, yes, I do turkey hunt. I did say, we briefly touched on it about, Bushy asked me if I hunted. Turkey hunting up here in my from my dad is like, it's religion. I don't take it that seriously. I do turkey hunt. I use slate calls. I use mouth calls. I use box calls. I don't use decoys. So if you guys are turkey hunters in here, you'll understand what using the decoys is all about and everything like that. So yeah, I do turkey hunt, but not as much as I would like.
I'll go ahead and say I've turkey hunted. I'll take the question too, Matt, while you're pulling up some others. My first way ever turkey hunted, it was unsuccessful, but I did do it this way. I did try to hunt with a bow for turkey hunt. And basically the idea behind it is you pin the wing down, then you go up and you have to dispatch it fast because it's a real hard way to kill them with just the bow. And at the time I was young, I didn't actually have access to a firearm or nothing like that. I was actually hunting by myself. But Matt, we got another question.
We have some new people in the chat. We have who do we got here? Some guy I don't know, Joe DIY.
Joe DIY.
We also got Happy Trails Hiking.
Happy Trails Hike, what's up?
Oh, we also got JJ. What's up, JJ?
Look, here we go. Matt and JJ time. We got. Go ahead. We need a kiss cam or something for this right here, boys.
Should we all leave the room?
Yeah, I think that's the stream, guys. You can stay around and watch this if you want. I'm out. Let's see here. We got any other questions? Come on, guys. Let's get some questions. BBT said they.
JJ asks, "What's up?"
Let's see. Jungle Day says, "What's up?" Jungle Day says, "What's up?" And trying to go through chat. I don't really see anything else. Video's going pretty good. I think we sort of picked up near the end, which kind of stinks, but it's what it was. I've had a great time, and we got about 5 minutes, so I think I'm going to wrap up. We got any more questions? Probably take 2 more questions if we got them. If we don't, Matt, if you want to ask us a question, if you got one, like I said, either way.
You want me to ask you a question?
Yeah. Like I said, I don't see any questions come from chat. We got probably about 2 more questions just before we need to start wrapping up.
Okay. What's your favorite one of my videos?
I've already said it before. I've said it many times. My favorite video of Matt's is Salt Creek, right?
Okay, sweet. Yeah.
That's what it's called, right? Salt Creek? The one where you played Skyrim music in it?
I don't know. I didn't play music in it, but it was a good video.
That's my favorite. Salt Creek. I don't know why. It's just the water, but it was breathtaking, man. It really was. I'll say that forever. I'm gonna ask LW, not LW as an EL. LW, what's your favorite video of mine? And I think he sees where this is going. Oh no, he can't hear me again.
Okay, we got some audience questions going on. We got M in the gang asking, Bushy, have you ever gone camping with your wife?
Yes. The second ever camp I did during my bushcraft career was with my wife. She is very allergic to just about everything on this earth. So she was unable to stay very long. But she did stay out there long enough to agree with me that a tarp is better than a tent, because to camp with her, I had to throw up a tarp, or a great big tarp. It was a 10 by 10 tarp. And underneath there, I had a tent. So it was almost like we had made like almost like a sunscreen on top of the tent. It's the only way I could talk her into going. But yeah, she liked it, but after a while she said it was too hot. Want to go inside? Can't really blame her. Let's see here. Let's see. We're getting a lot of praise for the last Matt Cook Oregon video, which I have not got to see yet, brother. But it's on my list. I've been working with this stream stuff. You know how it is. And let's see here. LW, can you hear us at all, or are you about tapped out? Matt, you may have talked to him.
Looks like he did. Yeah, looks like there's a connection issue. We got the wires going the wrong way and plugged in over at the switch matrix, and
oh no,
got the signal going the wrong way. And
guys, before we go too far through this, I do want to just go ahead and thank Lone Woodsman for coming out here and doing this with us. Every time I've talked to him, he's had just horrible work with Google. For whatever reason, Google does not want to be his friend. So I want to thank him again. He will also be doing Gear Gab with me this month. So if you want to, definitely check out my channel, and you'll see links to his stuff. And then you want to go to his channel, back and forth. Y'all know the drill. JJ did a fantastic job. I do want to give Jungle J a shout out. One more shout out. Go check out Jungle J. And you can actually check out the Gear Gabs he did in my Gear Gab playlist on BackPackBushCraft, the channel. And I would also like to thank Matt Cook Oregon for coming in and helping me control the stream, man. Could not have done this without you. You are very, very, my left hand, my right hand. It's all you, buddy. And I want to thank just everyone in the chat that came out here to support us, to come talk to us and stuff like that. Without you guys, we're nothing. I think one of my favorite quotes, and I'm gonna start quoting him because he's very important. One of my favorite quotes from LW was when I actually got the first chance to meet and talk to him. And he can't hear me, so I can say whatever I want. He can't get mad at me, blush. But the first time I ever got a chance to talk with him, I said, I feel really honored. I had like 125 subs at the time, or like 130. That's how I felt really honored to be in a room with him and Yankee. They're both over 1K. And he said, man, I'm a nobody. I'm just a dude who likes to go outside and make videos. I just got 1K. And I know that from the bottom of my heart, the bottom of his heart, the bottom of Matt's heart, you all coming back week to week, checking out our content, giving us a like, giving us a comment, whether it's positive feedback or, maybe a correction or a push in the right way. We appreciate that, because nothing is worse than just silence on a video. And that's why I have been trying to prevent this whole video from being quiet. And I hope I've done a good job. And I want to thank you guys for commenting. I've been trying to do more with my comments on these streams. So if you leave a comment and you ask a question or something, it's going to get put into the next live stream. So remember to do that. Matt, I think we're going to have to get ready to say bye. I'm trying to see if there's anything.
All right, can we play like a goodbye song or anything?
We don't have a goodbye song. I used to play the outro song, but I don't know if I can with my setup right now. So, Matt, would you like to say anything before we close?
Well, tape is good. I kind of missed the first half. Sorry about that. That was kind of bad. Hope it doesn't affect my future mod positions. But overall, I think it was a fun stream, and we had people in chat that were pretty into it, so that was good.
Yeah. Matt, can you see if LW can talk? If you get him to talk, just even though he can't hear us, if he can just talk.
Get him to do like an outro thing.
Yeah, just get him to say something at the end, so he can.
All right, Lone Woodsman, you hear me, right? Lone Woodsman, do you hear me? I don't think he hears me.
Yeah, Matt.
Oh, Lone Woodsman, we're looking for like an outro, or just say bye, or shout out anything you want, or whatever you want to say.
I want to thank Bushy for having me on, even though I couldn't hear him for most of it. And maybe that was a good thing, because maybe he was talking about me. I want to thank Matt for being in here to moderate between me and Bushy. Because Matt, I wouldn't have been able to hear anything without you. And I want to thank all you guys and gals that came in to watch us. You know, it really means a lot. The support from you guys is what really keeps all of us YouTubers going, and most of you in here are tubers as well, so you understand. So that's it. That's all I gotta say. Thanks, guys.
Even though he can't hear me, I want to point out how eerily similar both of our responses were, and he couldn't hear a word I said. That means it's true, guys. I really do mean what we say. Matt, I know Matt says the same thing. Just Matt's not break down like that. No, don't play nothing, Matt. You don't get my stream pulled down. I mean it.
Oh, I love that song. Sorry.
Yeah, I know. You can listen to it on your own time. Okay, guys, that has been the Backpack Bushcraft live stream. Thank you all for coming by. If you want to check my stuff out, make sure you like, comment, subscribe to the channel, Backpack Bushcraft. You can also follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and email at Backpack Bushcraft. You can also check out the website where I post content on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, 2 p.m. EST. That website is www.backpackbushcraft.com. And until next time, guys, keep those fires burning. Matt, say it. And put another log on for me.